Before you start pulling everything out of your drawers and closets, take a moment. This video might save you a lot of time and stress. Many of us begin decluttering full of energy, but somewhere along the way, we get stuck or feel overwhelmed. Sound familiar? That's because organizing isn't just about effort. It's also about having the right approach. In this video, I'll walk you through 14 common mistakes that might be making your home harder to manage, not easier. And for each mistake, I'll give you a clear and simple fix so you can move forward with more confidence and less frustration. Make sure to watch until the end. The final tip is the one that completely changed the way I keep my home feeling calm and under control. If content like this helps you breathe a little easier, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. All right, let's get started. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to declutter is thinking they need a big, perfect block of time to get started. Maybe you're waiting for a free weekend, a holiday break, or just one quiet afternoon where no one needs anything from you. But let's be honest that time rarely comes. You might tell yourself, I'll finally tackle the whole garage next Saturday, but then your kid has a game your friend calls, or you're simply exhausted. Life gets in the way and the project keeps getting pushed back. Meanwhile, the mess grows, and so does the mental weight of it. Here's a better approach. Start small and start now. Try taking 10 to 15 minutes a day to handle one tiny area. Sort out your sock drawer while watching TV. Toss expired food while waiting for the oven to preheat. I once emptied my car's glove compartment while sitting in the school pickup line. It took 5 minutes and felt amazing. Small actions like these may seem simple, but they build momentum. And most importantly, they help you stop feeling stuck. Mistake number 2. When decluttering is trying to fix everyone else's mess before your own. It's easy to look around and think, if only my partner would clean up his side of the room, this house would feel so much better. But while you're focused on his clutter, like that pile of old tech cables or the overflowing toolbox in the garage, your own things might be quietly building up too. Maybe it's the skincare products you no longer use, the drawer of someday clothes you haven't touched in a year, or that one kitchen cabinet you avoid because it's overstuffed. The better place to start is with what's fully yours. Pick one small space that belongs to you, your purse, your nightstand, your side of the closet. Go through it gently. Let go of the items you no longer need, use, or even like. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to feel lighter. And here's the thing. When the people around you see you clearing your own space, they often begin to shift too. Not because you asked them to, but because your calm energy makes space for them to notice their own clutter and want to do something about it. So if you want to make progress, don't start with his stuff. Start with yours. Mistake number 3. When it comes to decluttering is cleaning just because someone's coming over. You wait until there's a birthday, a dinner, or your in-laws are visiting, and suddenly you're in panic mode trying to make the whole house look perfect in 2 hours. The problem. This kind of cleaning is usually rushed and only touches the surface. You might shove things into drawers, hide stuff in closets, or just move clutter from one room to another. It looks tidy for a moment, but nothing actually gets organized. A better way is to treat your home like it deserves care even when no one else is looking. Instead of saving it all for one big, stressful cleanup, try doing a little every day. Wipe down a counter while your coffee brews. Sort through one shelf while you're on a call. These small habits add up and they feel easier to stick with than a big cleaning day. When cleaning becomes part of your everyday rhythm, your home starts to feel calmer all the time, not just when guests are coming over. Mistake number 4. When decluttering is jumping in without any kind of list or plan. You just start with whatever area feels the most annoying, maybe a messy drawer or your closet, and hope the rest will follow. But without a clear task list, it's easy to lose focus. You might spend all your time refolding sweaters while totally forgetting the pile of papers on the kitchen table. Or you get halfway through cleaning one room, then get distracted and leave another space half finished. That's why having a simple list can make such a big difference. Before you start, write down each area you want to work on, like the pantry, the bathroom counter, the hallway closet. Then break each one into small, easy steps. For example, clear expired food from pantry or sort makeup drawer. It doesn't have to be perfect, just something that gives you a path to follow. This way, you're not guessing what to do next. You stay on track, you see your progress, and it all feels more doable. Decluttering gets easier when your brain doesn't have to hold all the steps. Let the list do that part for you. Mistake number 5 is dismissing small clutter, because it's not much. Some clutter creeps in as tiny bits, a couple of pens, a few receipts, single socks, broken bits of packaging. They feel insignificant, so we let them pile up. But small clutter has power. It messes with how your space feels. I ignored a jar of random cables on top of my dresser for months. It didn't seem like much. But when I cleaned around it, the bedroom looked calmer instantly. That jar was the visual noise I overlooked. Small bits may not feel urgent, but together they crowd your sightlines, your surfaces, and your mind. The key is treat small clutter as real clutter. When you see a loose paper, a stray sock, an extra pen, deal with it right away. Toss, file, or relocate. One trick, keep a small desktop basket for loose bits. At the end of the day, empty it. Or label containers for incoming bits in your workspace. You'll prevent the clutter from migrating into major problems. Remember, big messes often begin with small neglects. Fix the dots before they become dark stains. One sneaky mistake in decluttering is not truly letting go, just shifting stuff around. You move the pile from the table to the bedroom, from the bedroom to the hallway. It looks better for a while, but nothing actually changes. I used to do this constantly. I'd load up a basket with random items, stash it out of sight, and feel like I'd made progress. But later I'd open a closet and find 5 baskets full of forgotten clutter. The truth is, clutter doesn't go away just because it's hidden. Moving things around without making decisions leads to hidden messes and constant frustration. You can't find what you need, and it's hard to know what really matters to you. Instead, try the decision rule. Every item you touch gets one of 3 outcomes. Keep, donate, or toss. If you're unsure, have one decide later box, but stick to just one per room. Don't aim to hide the clutter. Aim to reduce it. If something doesn't have a home or keeps getting moved, ask yourself, am I avoiding a decision? Letting go might be uncomfortable in the moment, but so is living with stuff you don't need. Mistake number 7 is one that feels helpful but often backfires. It's buying storage containers before decluttering. It feels like progress. You see pretty baskets matching bins and think, this will fix the mess. But if you're still holding on to clutter, you're just organizing what you don't actually need. I've been there. I bought 6 cute bins for my closet, only to realize after decluttering that I didn't even need half the stuff. 3 bins ended up empty. Wasted money, same mess. Here's the better way: declutter first, then organize what's left. Once you're honest about what stays, no duplicates. No just-in-case items, you'll find out what truly needs a home. Often, you already have enough containers. Buying storage too early leads to keeping more stuff just because there's space for it. So next time you feel the urge to organize, wait. Start with a drawer. Clear out the extras. Decide what's really worth keeping. Then and only then look for the best way to store it. Storage should support your space, not hide the clutter. Mistake number 8. When decluttering is finding something you don't want and then putting it right back where it was. Maybe it doesn't fit, doesn't feel like you anymore, or your child has outgrown it, but instead of letting it go, you leave it in the closet. Just in case. I used to do this too. Over time, my closet felt full but not useful. Now I do something different. I keep a small box near the laundry area. Nothing fancy, just a basket on a shelf. Anytime I come across something that no longer fits or feels right, I drop it in. Once the box is full, I grab a bag and donate the whole batch when I'm out running errands. No big event, no big cleanup. Just a small habit that keeps things moving. If it stays in your closet, it usually stays in your life. And that creates more mess not just in your space, but in your mind. Having one spot where unwanted stuff goes makes it easier to let go. It's not about being perfect. It's about making room for what actually matters. Another common mistake when decluttering is not having a clear plan for where your unwanted items will go. You've made the decision to get rid of things, clothes, books, old toys, broken electronics, but then you're left with a big pile and no idea what to do next. It can feel overwhelming, and if you don't take action soon, that pile might just sit there for weeks. Throwing it all in the trash isn't ideal. It's wasteful and often unnecessary. The good news is there are plenty of simple, helpful options. Thrift stores. Great for donating gently used clothes, shoes, small household items. Online marketplaces. You can sell good condition items on Facebook Marketplace or Mercari. Electronics recycling. Drop off broken or outdated devices at an e-waste center or stores like Best Buy. Clothing donation. Organizations like Goodwill, women's shelters, or local churches often take clothes, towels, and blankets. Animal shelters. Many are happy to take old towels, flat sheets, or soft blankets. Book donations. Give books to libraries, schools, or local community centers. You can easily search online for local drop-off points or donation bins nearby. Having this plan ahead of time makes it easier to finish the job and actually get the clutter out of your home. Mistake number 10. When decluttering is believing that if something has emotional value, you have to keep it. We often hold on to baby clothes, birthday cards, or souvenirs because they remind us of people or moments we love, and we fear that letting go means forgetting. But the truth is, the memory isn't in the item, it's in you. You don't need to keep every drawing your child made or every wedding decoration to hold on to the feeling. Letting go doesn't erase the memory, it makes space for you to actually enjoy the ones that matter most. Try keeping just a few truly special things. Take photos of the rest, or create a small memory box or digital album. Even a single item displayed with intention can carry more meaning than a whole box stored away. Too many sentimental items can weigh you down. Keeping the most meaningful and releasing the rest with care helps your home and heart feel lighter. Another mistake is failing to see how clutter costs you not just in space, but in time, stress, and money. You might keep tools you never use, duplicate kitchen gadgets, extra clothes you rarely wear, thinking it's cheaper to keep than buy again. But over time, the cost adds up. I once held on to 3 juicers because I thought one might break. It cost me storage space, cleaning time, and stress over which one to use. I never needed all 3. When you carry clutter, you carry its cost. Mental load, upkeep, decision, fatigue, the drawer you avoid, the shelf you can't open, the money spent to store or maintain things you don't enjoy. To shift your mindset, treat clutter as a debt you pay every day. Ask, what is this item costing me in energy, space, and time? If its cost is more than its value, let it go. You might feel shock at how much mental and physical space you reclaim. Over time, you'll stop seeing items as free gifts and start seeing them in full cost value burden. And that clarity helps you own fewer things, but things that truly contribute. Mistake number 14 is forgetting that clutter doesn't just live in drawers or closets, it lives on your screens too. Your phone, computer, and tablet may not take up physical space, but the mental load they carry is real. Photos you never revisit, old apps, unused files, unorganized, downloads, inboxes full of unread emails, all of it adds up. I once had over 18,000 photos in my camera roll. So many were duplicates, blurry, or screenshots I didn't even remember taking. Scrolling through to find anything felt exhausting. And every time I opened my phone, I felt a little more behind. Here's a gentle fix. Once a week, set a 15 to 20-minute timer and declutter your digital space. Delete apps you haven't opened in months. Clear out your downloads folder. Sort your camera roll. Keep the memories, let go of the noise. Even deleting 100 photos at a time makes a difference. Digital clutter may be invisible, but its effects aren't. A cluttered screen can lead to a cluttered mind. And just like your home, your devices should support calm, not chaos. So take care of your digital space the way you care for your physical one, because both can either drain you or bring you peace. Mistake number 13 is thinking that a system that worked once will work forever. But life changes and your home needs to change with it. Kids grow, jobs shift, you move, get divorced, retire, start fresh. And yet we often keep organizing our homes the same old way, hoping it still fits. But when you don't reassess, clutter creeps back in, not because you're messy, but because the system no longer works for your now. I learned this the hard way when I moved into a smaller house. I didn't downsize my stuff or rethink how I used space. Drawers overflowed, storage didn't fit, corners became catch-alls for "I'll deal with it later." A better approach. Every time something big shifts in your life, walk your home like it's the first time. Ask, what's changed? What still fits and what doesn't? Maybe the craft supplies you loved before kids now sit untouched. Maybe the entryway needs different storage because your teenager no longer needs cubbies for tiny shoes. Clutter often returns not because you're not trying, but because your systems didn't grow with you. Decluttering isn't just about letting go. It's about realigning your space with the life you're actually living today. When your home matches your season, everything flows easier. The final mistake, and maybe the most important, is starting to declutter without a clear reason. Without a why, it's easy to lose motivation or feel like you're just tidying for the sake of it. Ask yourself, why do I really want a simpler space? Is it because the clutter is making you anxious? Do you want more peace at home, fewer arguments about mess, or more free time to do things you enjoy, like reading, crafting, or relaxing with your favorite show? For me, my why was simple. I was tired of feeling behind, no matter how much I cleaned. I wanted clear counters, quiet mornings, and less stress before bed. When your why is strong, decluttering becomes something you do for yourself, not just another task. So take a moment. Write down your reason. Put it somewhere you'll see it. Let it guide you on the hard days, because those are the days it matters most. I hope this video helped you feel a little lighter. Let me know which of these mistakes you've made too. I've made all of them, which is why I'm sharing. See you in the next one. If you found yourself making any of these mistakes, please know you're not alone. I've made all of them at some point, which is why I wanted to share this with you in the first place. Decluttering isn't about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it in a way that actually makes your life feel lighter, calmer, and easier to manage. If today's video gave you even one small shift in perspective, I'd love for you to leave a comment or share which mistake stood out the most for you. Which one are you going to try shifting first? And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because in the next video, we're going to talk about tiny 1-minute habits that help reduce visual clutter without feeling like a full cleaning session. If you know someone who's been feeling overwhelmed at home, feel free to send this video their way. Sometimes a small shift is all it takes to feel a little more in control again. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one.